Welcome back to some Talos Principle 2. I'm Dear Darling, and why are we here? What truth awaits us? Why don't we answer more of these questions together? Well, last time we landed right in the area of, oh god, that's so loud, of where we are to explore. I don't know if there's anyone to really talk to. Oh yes, you have a drone, but we're just sort of exploring the area. You're looking at the drone. I was just like, whoa, what's going on? They're wandering off. I don't think we can speak to you. I don't remember. You're such a neon lime green colour screen. Oh, we can actually watch the drone go. Interesting. Well, I don't think there's anything for us to do except for
check out these coordinates.
head down. How? How do I look at the coordinates? I don't really know, but we'll head in this direction. I think this is absolutely gonna not tank my frame rate, but I feel like the file size of this is going to be crazy of this video. Just looking at the environment around. So hopefully it's not too big, but we'll see. I remember like the first time I recorded like the first episode of Talos Principle, and the file size was like 30 gigabytes, and I was like, what? Is that a person? This is strange. Okay, I'm just having a initial sort of scout around. I don't know where I want to go. I don't know if I want to go down here, if I want to go upwards. But I think going down here feels like the most obvious thing to do immediately. Oh, interesting. Oh yes, they said there was like a transport system, but there's no power to it, right? We just put our hand in it, it will just shuttle us off somewhere. But unfortunately it's not something which we can work with right now. I don't know if Alcatraz, you're going to try and take a better look at that entire thing. Do I? Hold on. Oh, is this? New social media. I know you've all been looking forward to playing the winners in the biannual Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition, now in its 312th edition at the Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Unfortunately, due to our new power management and distribution plan, the pavilion will have to remain closed a little longer. Thank you for your patience. This is disappointing. Would have been great to have him ready for completion day. We had to make sacrifices to stay true to the founder's vision. Those text adventures are the only thing that breaks me out of monotony. Why prioritize this pointless completion day celebration over an exhibition that people actually care about? Art is one of the last things we actually still do. Is that going out the window as well now? Debate regarding our power management plan is definitely welcome, and you'll... I accidentally closed it. You'll all be able to express yourself in the next election, but this thread was just meant to be an announcement. I apologise for enabling replies to begin with. Fair enough. Oh, so manual would be great. No power though. Okay, research. I ain't reading all that. Okay, so it looks like we should be just sort of going around. I mean, I'm very much curious about... Oh, it's not a person, it's a statue. What's going on over there? I don't know where the other person went, but for now, let's just have a look, see around here the environment. I think it's totally fine just to walk to things which sort of catch my eye, because they were probably designed in that way such that I would actually go here in the first place, you know. They're meant to catch my eye, right? This looks like a temple. It's kind of like a milestone thing for games to do. What are they called? Like lookout towers? I don't know.
I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You can see my site?
What would be special?
What
An
would?
explanation.
Okay, thanks for that. Not really helpful in a research scenario. Okay, so this is probably something we come back to later. Let's not walk in water and, you know... I was going to say walk around in wet socks. I guess they don't really wear socks or shoes. Okay, so I don't know what's going on over here. I don't know what's going on anywhere, to be honest. It's all very grand. Okay, so it looks like there's a tunnel off to that side. Should we check out that tunnel first? Why not? See what's over here. Investigate the structure.
Other structures. Older. Have a look around, 1K.
No, we'll do it afterwards. Hold on. Because that seems like progress. What's this? Interesting. Another sort of temple. This one looks like a church or something.
That sort of looks like a temple.
Yeah. I can't imagine we can interact with it. New interface content. Whoa. Very astrological. I don't know if we can really interact with it, but I mean, it looks like we need to like put things in here or light them up for us to actually interact with it. So I think this is meant to be this well, I don't know necessarily about the doors, but I think this is meant to just be a sort of thing that we can interact with, like once we actually start completing, I assume, puzzles around the place. Yeah, okay, so we have things about it. I don't know exactly when we'll be reading the logs. Let's see how long we are. Oh, it's quite short. I wasn't entirely sure what to call this. It looks like a temple and sort of astronomy themed. Maybe I'm reading too much into that. It doesn't seem to be active in any way, but I can't help but think that the design implies some kind of significance, like it's hiding a secret. But again, maybe my imagination is getting the better of me. Certainly I agree with you there, as all the video game signs point towards that. What is that? Don't know what that is. Okay, let's investigate the structure. This one seems industrial compared to the other places. Oh, fascinating. It kind of feels like it would be like a horror game or something, but I guess not. Something about this frame rate is like really messing with my eyes. Whoa, okay. What is this? It's like a generator? This place sure works in mysterious ways. Okay, well, the only way forward is this, I guess, so.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
Lasers. Red and blue make green. I don't know if that makes sense, but it looks like RGB lasers. Blue and green, I guess, makes red. So red, green, and blue lasers. I don't think we saw green lasers in the first game, so I guess that's a new thing. Then green and red, I assume, make blue. I think this is meant to be teaching us about a mechanic, which we will see later on. I don't know what this is. Is this a map? Maybe. That's the lasers. Alright, let's download some schematics then. Whoa. Talos Principle 2A. Let me have a sip of water. A fragment from the stratons on the universe. Amintus, I grant you, then, that man is indeed like Talos, and cannot escape his material nature, despite the claims of metaphysics, for, as you have said, I've you many times said, Nicomachus, too many perhaps. Repetition is the mother of teaching, at least when the students are hard-headed, said Stratton. But what does this tell us about the nature of the universe, which is what we were discussing? Amintus asks, and Stratton says, that is the next question we must undertake to answer. We begin with a self, because that is what determines our existence as individuals, but a self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. Excuse me. The citizens live within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world, and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact? Footnotes, the use of the term metaphysics in this context is likely an error introduced in the Trebizond manuscript. The fragmentary Heraclean manuscript controversially uses superstitions instead. Okay. I don't really understand what this is discussing, I suppose. It's going a little bit over my head. What defines our existence as individuals? Self cannot exist without what surrounds it, so I suppose that like an individual is not defined just by inherently what they are themselves, but the context, the greater context of what they live in, I suppose. And I guess to a certain extent I can agree with that, because it's more like things kind of need to be defined by relations, not like inherently everything does, but that is a truer reflection, I suppose, of what thing is. You know, how can you know if something is cold if you don't know what something is hot? That something's hot. Like, how do you know what temperature something is if you don't know what hot or cold is, I guess? And it's not really a good example, but you know. Noema Project 1. Version successfully deployed, input-output consistent, trials insufficient, testing failure, power grid 2 unstable. Author 5358, okay. Schematic 5358. Sending to Melville. How's that?
Thanks, 1K.
You're welcome.
Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly.
Interesting.
And it crashed. Hold
The
on.
schematics crashed.
There we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
Return to the station. Okay. Why don't we take the scenic route? And we'll see what else we might stumble across. I don't know how much there is to explore in this initial sort of stage. It might not be too much, to be perfectly honest, so I wouldn't get too trigger happy about trying to find everything at this point. I don't know what this is, like some sort of power grid. Like, this is a lot of coils. 42, the meaning of life. That's like a breaker box. Oh, hello. Are you going to the station? Should we be following you? I don't know. Will you just sort of teleport there? Okay. I don't know if there's anything else of note that we want to look at before we just go to the station. I mean, I do want to see whatever this sort of... So grand with music. I don't know what this is. It's like a satellite? Like an aerial dish or something? Because those, again, look like coils around there. And maybe this is magnetic. It's doing something in regards to that. But if not, then... Okay, let's just go to the station. I'll see that entails. I should try not sprinting too much. In case it's sort of like sickening. What is that? It's Poseidon. Okay. Are we going to talk about that?
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
Can we go up to it? How far away is it? Oh, I don't think that's reachable for us. It's up some cliffs. Okay, interesting. I don't really know what to make of that, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. Sorry, a little bit of a pause, I suppose, as we continue onwards, as I adjust to the right mouse speed. I'm getting a little bit worried that I might become, like, motion sick or something playing this game, which is something I remember happening during Talos Principle 1. What are you scanning? Wait, you're not Melville. Report,
Go ahead and
diagnostic.
try the capsule, 1K.
Okay, fine. You know, despite the fact that... why am I the sort of guinea pig? I mean, I'm going to do it, but... Also, why did I enter from this side? Just stepping over the hand thing.
I'm connecting the
Oh.
transport system to our interface.
How does
Hold
that even
on.
work? Grasslands Ring. An artificial ring-like structure in the wide lowlands east of our base camp. Lost puzzles, main puzzles, gold puzzles, lost labs, stars. What? It's clearly the hub. Megastructure. Okay, well, let's go here then. Why does no one else want to travel
Where's
here?
the capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information
That's
we have
such a
on the
cute
map screen.
icon
Check
you
out
got.
interface.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
Alright. Bye. Look, you know, I was born like yesterday, literally. Should I be the sort of like scout for these sort of areas? I feel like that doesn't make sense to me. This is crazy. Explore the area. Oh my word.
This
Wait,
place is magnificent. Look at that tower.
what's my
I
mouse
wonder what
speed?
it's
This
for.
one. I put it down one. What is it? Is that solar panels? No, it's like a roof. A roof to a pond or something. I don't know. This looks like Piltover from League of Legends. I can see lasers over there. So I guess this is how the puzzles start. Not with a whimper, but with a bang. Doesn't make any sense. Are those fish? Frogs. Frogs spawning in from nowhere, just jumping into the pond, of course. As they do. Interesting. So I assume these are the levels. Level 1, level 2. Okay, well let's start with level 1 then. Why not? Let's get the meat and potatoes underway. Yes, they have names. RGB shifting. Right,
Is
so
that
yes.
A puzzle?
Why would there be a puzzle?
What is
Let's
that?
solve it and find out. 1K, go ahead.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
RGB converter. So this is what it was teaching us. It takes red and blue and makes green. Okay. So
That
we
device was not in the simulation.
take blue and green and make red. Let's get the cube. I mean, this is simple enough. This is the initial thing to teach us how this mechanic works. Oh wait, can we not just do this? Okay, so it needs to have 2 inputs no matter what. That is an interesting twist on a mechanic we've already been exposed to. I mean, this looks suspicious, doesn't it? Whoa, what the heck is going on here? What are these gold trims? I'm just suspicious this is like a witness-like situation where we had to like line it up and draw a path or something. That might just be the decoration. Why is the walls like that? It makes me feel like there's something in between. Actually, there must be something in between. Hold on. Right? Maybe not. It's not like we can get up it. We need another cube. What's this? Drop the tool first. Is this to reset everything? Use Prometheus terminal. That must be to reset everything or something. I think this is an interesting twist on the laser mechanic, being like, it can't just connect the lasers directly. We need to have both of them entered. Use progress wheel.
Whoa! I'm reading
What is going
an
on?
enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
Where are you going? To the church? I mean,
It's
that
headed
was...
for the lake.
So you're going to just fill up one of the orbs, I guess? To be like, progress has been made? I see, okay.
I think the cloud's been absorbed by some sort of device.
I want to see what Prometheus thing does.
Melville?
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
Oh, restart puzzle. The fire's already been freed. Seek the light elsewhere. Okay, so that's a way to reset everything. Which is good, because I don't think a previous game had a sort of like reset button. Okay, interesting. I don't really... I'm not really sure what to make of this. I'm not really sure what to make of the lore behind this, because this game is something which is sort of entrenched with a lore. But this is much more sort of gamified than I think the other things thus far. So how does this get explained? I don't know. But this is a really interesting mechanic. That's like the Harry Potter symbol, isn't it? A really interesting mechanic to sort of change things up. To be like, hey, you gotta require 2 different connections. I think what makes it the most interesting to me is the fact that you have to have 2. You can't just connect something directly, like a regular laser connector. So what happens when I connect to this? It makes red. That makes perfect sense. Okay, but we need green. And the only way to get green, I guess, is blue and red. Which we can do like this. And then we need green and blue. This feels like it could be mind-bending at some point. Like thinking about all the different possibilities of what happens. That was like hours here as well. Messengers of wisdom or something. Researching interface. Oh. Why did that one go upwards? Went over there. Presumably also going to get absorbed. Interesting. I didn't expect them to introduce a new mechanic so quickly, to be perfectly honest, but I'm not going to complain. Oh, look, the field's deactivated. Unsurprisingly, we can keep going forward. Don't know if there's anything else of interest to look at.
I've
Solve
been playing
puzzles.
around with this machine that absorbs the particle clouds.
What are these
As far
triangles?
as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to
How did you get here?
build giant tetrominos?
What?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower.
Oh.
What is this? A theme
Whoa.
park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze.
Oh my
It
word.
seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles.
The HUD is so much
Let's not jump
Clearer.
to conclusions, though.
I suppose in this
Clear
game.
is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
So I'm just trying to look at what this means. This must be the golden puzzle, or whatever it's called. This is actually telling us what puzzle we should do next. And these must be the secret puzzles, like the ongoing tracker. And this is the equivalent of the Tetronymous puzzles that we had previously. Oh, you want to talk to us?
Hey 1K, how can I help you?
What's up? Tell me about yourself. I suppose we'll continue this in the next episode. For now, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Talos Principle 2, I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.